Hello, welcome to the Index Sports Show for November 12th. I'm Blake Toppmeyer, Editor-in-Chief of the Index. Jack Nicholl, Sports Editor with me, and Brent Foster, Assistant Sports Editor. We've got guest Michael Smith on the show today, women's basketball coach. Coach Smith in his second year coaching the Bulldogs. Year one, finished with a 8-19 record, 5-15 in the MIAA. Coach, I know roster makeup a lot different this year, a lot of new faces. What's the outlook in general for this season?
Well, obviously it's to be able to compete in MIAA. We competed in a lot of games at the end of last year. We won 6 out of the last 8, I believe, or something like that. And I feel like our overall general makeup this year is opportunity to bring in some of the returners and some of the new players that we've brought in.
Coach, in the polls, you were ranked last coming into this season. What's the realistic outlook for you?
Well, I told our players, that I truly believe that we won't finish last. Obviously we have to have a lot of things go our way, a little bit of luck, a little bit of help from other teams. But I think realistically we could finish 6 or 7. I really do. Again, it depends on how well chemistry-wise we pull it together, during the second half of the season.
Laura Hoya is going to shift back to the 2 guard this season, her more natural position. How is that going to affect her play this season?
Well, I think it's only going to benefit her. I think she has a natural scorer's mentality. Last year she wasn't able to do that because she had to handle the ball and get to the right people. So, this year she's just able to, whenever she receives the pass, just think, well, I get opportunities to score with it.
Hoya was someone that didn't have a lot of production her first couple of years at Truman. I know you weren't here for that, but how were you able to get more out of her last year? It was kind of a breakout season for her.
I've been doing this 14 years now, and I can really praise Hoya because she's a young lady that comes in before practices, works after practice, in the off season, played in leagues over the summer back in the Chicago area, and I think she's been pretty much determined to show people all along that she's capable of playing at this level, and I really believe that she got a chance to be an all-conference player this year.
As a coach, what can you do now this year that you couldn't do last year?
Well, as a coach, obviously in the situation that we had, it was a tough transition for everybody. I think I'm able to implement more of my style, my philosophy now. Again, we were, struggled in a few areas. Obviously, point guard was one of those last year and had to move Hoya over. But I think this year we've been able to bring in some new players, obviously to accommodate with the returners, and I think that we'll be more of a team. I incorporate the word team a lot with our players because we'll be able to play team basketball this year.
Last year, the scoring was obviously centered around Georgia Mueller, who graduated. She averaged 17 points, 8 rebounds a game. She's gone now. What are you looking to build the team around this year? What are the strengths going to be for this team?
I think with our motion offense, a lot of it is reading screens. We have very smart student athletes here. There's no doubt about that. And as far as making up that 17, 18 points, we're probably not going to do it with one specific person. We're going to have to spread that out, amongst 3 or 4. And I think we're capable of doing that with our depth this year. We don't have to just say, okay, you got to go get us 20 every night. I think we can say, okay, we need 6 out of you, 6 out of you, 6 out of you, on any given night. And that makes up our 18 points right there.
Coach, you mentioned the motion offense, which you implemented when you came in last season. Can you just talk about some of the strengths and weaknesses of it?
Well, we tried to implement it last year. We struggled, honestly. We were able to do certain things. A lot of it is just the right personnel. So as a coach, whenever you're going out on road recruiting, you're looking for the right type of people to fit in the system. It's not always the ones that shoot it the best or run the fastest or jump the highest. It's what you need to fit within 5 people to figure out each other, and it's all about reading screens. Making smart reads defensively, and then being able to spot up for the open shot or play the closeout, like we like to call it, drive it to the basket.
Coach, along with that, Laura Hoya, you talked about her moving to the point, now moving back to the 2 guard. Who's going to be your point guard this season?
We've got a couple of couple of different opportunities. Obviously, we've recruited Amy Gailey in, who was a junior college All-American, 3rd-team All-American, and honestly, I want to point this out too. She was a distinguished academic All-American at the junior college level. So she'll be running the point for us, and then we also have a freshman, Becca McHenry from Michigan, that can either play the 1 or 2, for us, and they'll kind of complement each other a lot. But Amy is she's our girl, starting out. There's no doubt about it. I told you the other day she better be ready to play 35 to 36 minutes a game.
who are some other key plays you haven't mentioned yet?
Well, obviously, I think all of our returners have matured. I mean, they've been in the system for a year. They understand what I'm about. Bree Daniels comes to mind. Sarah Seaberger comes to mind. Obviously, Julie's worked on her shooting a lot. Hoy is able to do some things. And then we've got a couple of key freshmen, transfer players that can do that. And I can sit here and go down through them, but really, I think people just need to come out and watch this Bulldog team play because they'll see a lot of new different things.
You should come out and watch you play. Chance for that Tuesday night. You open the season against Hannibal LaGrange at 7:30 in Pershing Arena. So first chance for fans to come out and get a look at you. You know what to expect from Hannibal? Have you watched the film on that at all? Or?
Watched a little bit of film. I mean, basically they play at the NAIA level, which is a little different level than the MIAA, but at the same time they're very competitive. They're going to play us man-to-man, which is good to see because that's what we face in our conference. Give us an opportunity to kind of see where we are because we come from playing a Division I caliber game with, height and athletic, and we're playing more of a level like that we'll see on a nightly basis with Hannibal LaGrange. So I'm excited to get started.
Again, that's at 7:30 Tuesday night in Pershing Arena. Coach, thanks for coming on the show this week. And Brent, Jack, thanks for being on the show again. Another Index Sports Show next Thursday.